The RBA raises rates by 50 basis points to 1.85. The UK, the BOE, raises 50 basis points. And the economy, in the US, the economy added 528,000 payroll jobs in July after a solid gain in June and May. The strong gains in the job market last month should further cement the claim that the US is currently not in a recession. And in other news, Reddit investors baffled after tech company's stock explodes 32,000 for no reason. Pro tip: short this stock. Hey ForexMilitia, I just want to basically go over what I said in the preview. I am not a financial advisor, so do your own due diligence. This one really caught my eye because a stock that basically rallies that much, that's incredible, and it went from 780 to like $2,055. So that was just witty repartee. So, all right, let's get to the calendar. All right, so here we go. We're going to go over last week's. Like I said, the RBA, the Aussie, went from 135 to 185. We got CPI out of the Swissy, and it basically came in at 0. So I guess that was actually better than expected. And then the BOE went from 125 to 175. All right, and like I said, the non-farm payrolls went from, the expected was 250,000K, and we got 528K. And the unemployment in the US ticked down from 3.6 to 3.5. So that's that. Okay, and as you can see, in this coming week, we basically have a very short calendar with the biggest news coming from the US, the CPI. We're going to see exactly how inflation is basically affecting us, and the PPI. GDP is actually coming out on the pound, so we will see how their gross domestic product is basically growing, hopefully growing. I didn't see that. It's shrinking. Let's see how far it shrunk. All right, so with that, let's get over to the charts and see what we can see. Okay, on the dollar, we have the dollar long reducing longs and reducing shorts. So people are taking profits. And this is just retracing, probably back down, like I said, to 103, somewhere in that area. So right now, I am still bullish on the dollar. It hit those 20-year highs, and people are just taking their profits right now. But I believe it's going to continue to fall, and it's going to touch off of this trend line and go higher, and then go higher. On the US 30, the US 30 retraced up into pretty much a halfway point, an order block, and above the Kijun Sen. And as you can see, there's some very bullish sentiment, or some very bias on my indicators, saying that this is going to continue to go up. As far as it looks like, it could possibly continue to go up till it hits this trend line up here. So I am bullish on the US 30, the Dow Jones. And it's interestingly enough, this says that this is short, but they're reducing their shorts and a small addition to the longs. On gold, gold came up into this support resistance area, this order block zone. And as you can see, they are long, small addition to longs, and heavy reduction to shorts. So it possibly just bounced off of this 200 area right here. It came up, and they are adding to the long. So what it looks like right here is you see a bit of a rejection from this area. So they are basically going to decide which way it's basically going to go. My indicators have a very bullish bias going for this to actually go higher. So that's interesting. On Bitcoin, slightly short. It bounced off of here. This it pretty much 1900 or so, and it went a little bit higher, but we'll see if it basically holds that. I don't know if it's going to actually make it to here, but this would be a good point for it to make, because as you can see, there's some resistance right here, up into here, and up into here. So that would be at 29,000. Okay, so I would be short-term bullish, long-term bearish on Bitcoin, because we are definitely in crypto winter. On oil, we basically have it's long with a heavy reduction to long and reducing shorts. So there's some profit taking from the longs, or they're just taking losses. Either they're taking losses and we're going into the short area where they're taking a profit at a pretty much a support line. All right, and a support line, and that's not exactly an order block zone, but down here would be an order block zone. So it would have to come down a little bit lower to about 84 for that to really hit an order block zone. Okay, on the dollar CAD, on the loonie, it actually had a bullish push up. So it looks like it bounced off of this trend line. But on the COT, they are long the CAD and adding to longs and reducing shorts. So that's looking very bearish. And as you can see on my indicators, we're getting a very bearish signal. Okay. So I am going to stay with the CAD being in this. And as you can see, it hasn't left this range area. So I'm going to stay bearish on the loonie. On the euro it bounced off of a low, or bounced off of parity, and now it's just trying to find its direction. But I do believe with there being divergence here, that there's actually going to be a push up. It's a retracement. And that'll be a retracement up into this area up here, about 105.50 or so. On the pound, it pushed up into 122.50, and we had some divergence. So what it looks like it could actually do, it can pass by this and push up into this order block zone of 125.50. So I am basically long-term bearish, but short-term bullish, up into about 125. And that'll do it for this week. As you can see here also, let me say that this is short. and they're reducing their longs and reducing shorts. So they're just reducing, they're taking profits and taking losses, and I guess it's an indecision. As you can see that with this candle, it's an indecision. And so with that'll basically do it. And so knowledge is power. Be power hungry and power to the people. And please support this channel. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe to this channel for future content. And with that, this is Parsival signing out.